You want to know what the secret is to long-term business success? It's not motivation. It's not inspiration. It's these 3 top motivators. I wish I could just give them to you right now, but you probably just click off of this. So there's 3 top motivators to keep you in long-term success in business that we found out the past 13 years being in business. So we talk about that in this short discussion right here.
All right, guys, welcome back to the show. Hopefully you guys are doing well out there. Chris, what's going on, man?
What's going on, man?
Not a whole lot.
Been
another day, another dollar.
Busy morning with podcasting.
Yeah,
good stuff though.
It has. No, this has been good. Yeah, guys, if you guys are doing podcasts or content, whatever, I really encourage you guys to just batch it up, for one day. I mean, not a whole day. I can't imagine someone doing content all day, but at least 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
Bring some different outfits with you and just knock it out. Go to a co-working space, have some fun with it, make a day of it, bring your guys' lunch. It's a good time.
Yeah. I think it's cool. Those people that are at the bigger levels where it's they have their own studio and they can pop in once a day or, every other day or something like that. And just boom, they record and the team takes care of it all, So, we're not at that level, yet, we're very blessed to have a video editor, a podcast, audio editor, but we just don't have a podcast studio that's all set up like that. We got to run out of co-working space like anybody else and, kind of batch us up and think kind of how to produce more, and, save more time for us too, and just be resourceful. So
the key word is yet, and it's still part of the journey.
Exactly.
It's a blessing.
Exactly.
All right. Let's jump in today's discussion. So today we're going to be talking about 3 motivations for achieving long-term results in business. So this will be good, guys. For some of you guys that are having that short-term vision and instant gratification type of mentality, maybe you guys are not going to like this, but we all need to, hear certain things and get a little wake-up call and a little reality check, because there ain't no short-term things and there ain't no instant gratification in this game. I promise you that.
And also to open up with this, we're going to talk about motivators, right? Those are good, but you guys have to understand too with the difference between motivation and discipline. I feel like discipline far outweighs motivation, because motivation comes in waves. You know what I mean? It's not sustainable in long term. Discipline is, the discipline to literally go to the gym, the discipline to eat healthy, the discipline to do the boring work in your work, right? That will far outweigh those days where it's you're super motivated, or those weeks where you're super motivated to get the work done and stuff like that. It just goes in waves. You can't be freaking motivated 365 days out there. You just can't.
I agree.
Can you be disciplined? I think you can. There'll be some days where you're off too, but I think discipline outweighs motivation. So I want to just open up with that.
Okay.
So that people have some context. The other thing I want to open up with this is just through life, things are going to motivate you differently, right? In different seasons of your life, right? So let's just say, for example, when you're younger, right, you have a different maybe motivation to where it's you want to increase your status for lifestyle or something like that. Maybe it's about your own self-image. Maybe it's about buying a car. Maybe it's about chasing women or chasing guys, for girls, right? I think too, there comes a time where in life, that your motivation is to maybe start a family. It's to get married. It's to settle down a little bit, right? Buy a house, something like that. Then there's other motivators that happen in your life where it's you have tragedies, you have adversities, right? For us, we lost our father at 17. That was a whole different kind of motivator as well too, in our life, right? And then there's also times in your life, man, where you're going to be motivated by legacy, by a mission that you want to leave, maybe by a charity, a cause, something like that, or mentors, coaches, or experiences, workshops, conferences, retreats you go to. You see where I'm going with this? That you're just going to have different motivations in your life.
Yeah, and that's good. It's a great way to that's a great perspective and outlook to have on everything in life and business and whatnot.
Yeah. So that's kind of a list of just different motivators that you'll have throughout I think your seasons of life, and we've experienced some of them as well too. And I'm sure you have too, if you're listening to this, one of those at least. So let's kind of get into just the 3 motivations for achieving long-term results in business. Okay. So I got my notes here too, just because again, guys, I can't remember every single little thing sometimes. And when I do these episodes, I want to make sure I'm delivering you guys really good value, because this is a really good one. I feel like you guys are going to be wow, this was different, and this is going to make you think a little different. So I have my iPad here with some bullet points, and then I highly recommend, honestly, probably listening to this again or watching the video again with this, okay? Because it goes pretty deep on these 3 motivations. So the very first motivation for achieving long-term results in business is your status-driven motivation. Everybody's face this type of motivator in their lives. Okay. I'll give you guys some examples. So increased status. Okay. Maybe you want to sit there and increase your intelligence, right? To increase your status. Maybe you want to be smarter, have more knowledge, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe you want to increase your style. Maybe you want to like just look better like in clothes or dress up in suits or, you know, be in business attire or something like that to increase your status, right? In life, your physical appearance. Who doesn't want to sit there and look good naked? Who doesn't want to sit there and look like they're in shape and physically fit to increase their status? Mm-hmm. The next one is power, right? Maybe there's come a point in your time where it's like you wanted to have more power in your life. Maybe it was like a power like in your job, right? A bigger position, maybe more power like in a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. That's an increase in status. The next one is wealth. That's another form of like status increase. You know, a lot of people want to sit there and have more money to be able like to attend like fancier events or go on vacations and, you know, increase like their status that way with wealth. Or investments, whatever. The last status increase is basically happiness. You know, that's a great status increase. A lot of people want to be more happy, like fulfilled, right? Have more joy, more meaning, more bliss in their life too. Mm-hmm. That can increase your status. Okay. So those are all like status driven motivations on there. Okay. Would you say like there's ever a time like, you know, in your life where it's like any of those kind of like, you know, status driven motivations that really kind of like, you know, you were focused on?
Oh, absolutely. I would say intelligence, physical appearance, and wealth.
Okay.
I would say those three, you know, status, you know, were my motivation, 100%. You know, and it's going to be different for everyone. Not the fact that I like when I say wealth, like I wasn't money driven to like make a quick buck or just be transactional.
Yeah.
Like me, I'm thinking wealth, like I'm thinking true financial freedom to where it's like I can be able to put money back into assets that are going to make me money, you know, while I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
And generational wealth going forward,
right?
You know, so yes, of course, that's a motivation. I think that should be a motivation for anyone. You know, even right now during these tough economical times and how inflation's up. I mean, all the craziness that's going on with like politics, and you don't even know what's going to happen next. So yes, you should be driven to create more wealth and more generational wealth for those going forward.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's good. Yeah, I would say for me too, like this status driven motivation it's definitely intelligence, and then I would say power. Yeah. You know, intelligence for the same reason you said, and also like just obtaining more knowledge because we only know what we know.
Exactly.
So that's why Eric and I like literally have invested so much money into mentorships, into courses, into masterminds, into coaches because of that reason. We only know what we know. People have more knowledge than we do. They have more experience. They have more access to things. So that's a huge thing for me is more intelligence, more knowledge, right? To be able to have that and the power too. I'm not going to lie, dude. Like, it's like, I believe in myself so much. I believe in you too. And like what we do so much that it's like, all right, just give me 1 second. We'll get back to the training. Okay. Now look, if you are looking to enhance your content, if you're looking to really build what we call a content machine, okay, we have this awesome worksheet for you. So just check out the link below and you guys can download this awesome worksheet where there's like 3 or 4 different type of like exercises in there. You guys can really roll out some brand new content for your guys' online audience, your guys' brand, and your offer. Okay. Now back to the training. I have that certainty. I have that belief. I have that conviction to where it's like, I want more power, and not power in like a way that's like negative or like malicious. It's more power of like, I'm going to impact a shitload of people.
Exactly.
And have people really like change their mind, change their thinking, you know, have a transformational change, that type of power, you know?
Yeah. You have to have that frame of mind.
Yeah. So guys, kind of like with this first one of the 3 motivations for achieving long-term results is the status driven motivation. So go back, listen to that, and just think about like any of those type of things right there. Like, are they motivating you right now? If they are, that's fine. Just make sure they're there for the right intentions. Okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's move on to the second one.
Okay. The second one is relentless motivation. And I like this one too, because we can attest to being very relentless and resilient as individuals in all aspects of life. And I think you have to have a sense of resiliency and being relentless. You know, one of the best books out there you guys can go read is by Tim Grover, which is called Relentless.
Yep.
Over and over, you could read that book and get something new from it. But you have to have that desire that every single morning you're waking up and you're chasing personal excellence and you're trying to get better in different arenas and areas of your life, right? So family, fitness, finances, faith, your guys' business, relationships, alignments. Yeah. You can keep going on, whatever list you want to do, but it's like, you guys have to be in a relentless pursuit to sit there and keep bettering yourself first and foremost, I would say, and even putting God first, and then letting the rest of it all kind of flow and just being relentless to keep getting better in all those different areas of life.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, it's like, guys, like I'm be honest, like if you're not chasing like personal excellence, which is the ultimate rebellion to everything, it's like, what are you really doing with your life? Like you were meant to be here with the purpose and designed to get better as a human. Like you can't sit there on your couch. You can't sit there in one place and just think that you're going to get better and expand your guys' mindsets, expand your guys' skill sets, expand your guys' relationships. Like it's not going to happen. Like you have to put in the work. Like if you're not putting in the work every day, then you're going to you have to be real and be like, okay, I am where I am because of my, effort and me not being relentless.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really good, man. I mean, that's the key, what you just said, like being relentlessly, pursuing greatness and personal excellence in all those buckets. So I would say, just kind of to add on to that, just really, and just like the takeaway with this one, guys, and action step for you guys is to really find out that motivator, for relentless motivation is having those buckets, right? Family, fitness, money, faith, alignments, and relationships, and just seeing like, where are you kind of slacking or half-assing in any of those areas, right? Where do you not have a relentless pursuit to be greater or improve those areas, right?
Yeah.
Because with that, man, like if you can master literally being relentless in all these areas, fitness, family, money, faith, alignments, relationship, and have that consistency, that discipline, that focus, those areas are going to all enhance. And that's going to literally lead to that personal excellence and lead to that longevity and lasting in the game of business.
Yeah. You're just building like an animal and a monster inside of you. And it's in a good way. It's in a good way, guys. Like, you guys want to be like tough. You guys want to be resilient. You don't want to be soft. I get it. There's a time and place for, having a heart and compassion. I'm not telling you not to do all that, but it's like, damn, you have to be tough too. You have to be tough and resilient because life is going to knock you on your ass no matter what.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. Next one, the last motivation for achieving long-term results in business is purpose-driven motivation. And this is really the best kind of motivation, right? Because the purpose-driven motivation is a higher purpose to serve others, whether that's your mission, that's your vision to create impact forever, right? Mm-hmm. So I'll give you guys an example, for this purpose-driven motivation, like for me, is basically with Dynamic Fit Pros, I understand that basically Eric and I can't do this on our own, okay? Like I'm all about just like improving humanity and really having everybody play to their A game of like personal excellence. And I know that you and I can't just change tons of people that way. We can help, we can do a good little dent.
Yeah.
But for me to literally reach like millions and billions of people to actually do that stuff, we need help. And that's why we call it Dynamic Fit Pros, because we want to teach health and fitness professionals, whether they're personal trainers, whether they're nutritionists, to be dynamic, right? And to be able to make a ripple effect to help other people by putting their health first and their mind first. And if you have that transformation with like putting your health first and your mind first, that's going to carry over into people's relationships, right, into their wealth, into their jobs, into being better spouses, their family, right? And that creates just a better humanity, improved humanity, better place to live, man. So for me, it's like, that's my mission and vision for the purpose, right? Of like this purpose-driven motivation is to just literally have a ripple effect with all these Dynamic Fit Pros helping millions and billions of people. That's what mine is.
Yeah. And that's beautiful. And thanks for sharing that. And it makes perfect sense because, again, we talk a lot about this too. Like if you don't have a sense of purpose or meaning, again, there is really no sense of urgency that you're creating on a day-to-day basis. Like you're going to be kind of just going through the motions every single day. You're just winging it, right? And there's a quote, right? Is it by Benjamin Franklin where it said like something about like being 25 or something at the grave? How does it go?
Most men die at age 25. We just don't bury them until 75.
There you go.
Like us for men and women.
Yeah. That's powerful. It's powerful. And it's because, again, like people don't have meaning and purpose. And it's such a huge component of, people's lives and their daily actions and their values and having a vision. If you don't have a sense of meaning and purpose, it's like I said, you're just walking through life. You're just coasting through life.
Yeah. And
you're going to be always just like in a negative mindset. You're always going to just be, an energy demander. You're not going to sit there and be productive in society. It sucks. You know, it really does.
Yeah. But yeah, and then guys, I mean, this isn't like an episode where we're going to go deep on like your purpose and stuff like that.
No.
But finding your purpose is not as easy as just like looking under like a sofa.
It takes time to do that
stuff. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of experimentation.
It takes a lot of work. A lot
of work. Personal development work, going to conferences, meeting people, like new jobs, all that type of stuff. It takes so much things to do to find that. But guys, I promise, once you find that, that's going to be some of the best kind of motivation you guys can have to last in your business, because that's where you're going to almost be excited to go to sleep and you're going to be excited to wake up. And that's how I feel, man, to be 100% real, like fucking real. Like I'm excited, like when I go to sleep, because I know like what we got to do like the next day to keep working on that. And in the morning, when I'm done with my morning routine, I'm like, boom, 7:30, I'm ready to hop on the computer and like serve and like chip away at that, like, the sculpture effect, you know, I know it's not going to happen overnight.
Yeah. Same here.
So guys, that's pretty much this whole episode of the 3 motivations for achieving long-term results in business. I'll recap them. The first one is status-driven motivation. So go back, listen to that, see where you guys kind of like, are focusing the most on your guys' status-driven motivation there. Okay. The second one is relentless motivation. Those 5 buckets: family, fitness, money, faith, alignments, relationships. See where you guys are slacking in those areas and try to improve those. The last one is the purpose-driven motivation, the best kind. Figure out really what that purpose is, that big mission, that big vision, that big why that everybody talks about for yourself, so that literally it keeps you going every single damn day, in business.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
This was good. This was a good conversation, and hopefully you guys got value from this. So again, guys, if you guys got value, please help us out. Pay the fee, leave a rating and review, or share this out. And also too, if you're a health and fitness coach or a coach and you guys are struggling with like this form of motivation and really having that guidance and finding your guys' purpose and meaning, then again, guys, like we offer 15-minute brainstorming calls for you guys. Again, they're loose calls. We're here to ask questions, see if we can help you, and just add value to you. So if you guys are interested in that, just click the link below in the show notes and you guys can schedule that at your convenience. But other than that, thank you guys for tuning in, your guys' eyeballs, your guys' ears, for the constant support, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode.
All right, I hope that at least one of those top 3 motivators really inspired you for the long-term success in business. Now that you have that and you have that mindset, check out this training right here, 6 new ways that you guys can build a 6-figure online health and fitness coaching business.